Hello and welcome to The Lost and Found. My name is Danny, the host of this podcast, and this is the first episode, the first video that not the first video I take. This is the millionth video that I've taken in this lifetime, but it is the first video that I'm finally posting and sharing out with the world. And I'm very excited to be here. I think that my younger self would be very proud of myself and at the same time would be like, I can't believe it took you this long. So this has been an interesting journey. I actually have been planning this podcast for about 3 years now. I have right here, I've got my microphone and I'm forgetting what this is called, but what I connect my microphone in that connects into my laptop. I have an official camera, and of course here I am not using a mic. I propped up my phone with the back camera, and we are recording it this way because you know what? The most important thing is just to start, because this is something, like I said, it's been a 3-year process and I'm just now recording. So I told myself, just start and we'll see where it goes. Maybe the next video I'll have the camera, the next episode, sorry. This is a podcast and I am not gonna get too distracted by the video. Wow, this is a strange thing to be doing. The point of today's video is being your most authentic self and what that actually means and why it's important, especially as you grow older and start to lose that authentic self. And the reason why I'm starting this first video like this is because I am embracing my most authentic self. And I have to push away all of the limiting beliefs and the negativity and the doubt that has kept me from this mode of expression for a very long time, because I have been speaking into a camera and speaking in general about different topics of wisdom and with people, and thought multiple times, we should be recording this. This should be a podcast. And I haven't, because of that doubt and fear. And ultimately, it has separated me more and more from my most authentic self. And so I'm saying, screw everyone, screw the people from high school who might be watching this, the people from my sorority who might be watching this, people from my old workplaces, random people that I've met online, random people that I've met in person, anybody, not because they are not encouraging me to do this or they don't want me to do this, but because my limiting beliefs create this sense of chatter that makes me think, oh, you shouldn't be doing this, or makes me think that people are asking, who does she think she is, or just saying things. And you know what? I'm owning it. I don't care anymore, because I do care. And that's the point. I do care about doing something like this and speaking and sharing, because I have always been this very happy-go-lucky, eccentric, creatively gifted and out there individual. And at the same time, there's this whole other side to me that not everybody sees, which has been through the absolute most dark moments, and it has led me to this place of wisdom. And I've been through, the highest highs and the lowest lows, and finally I've reached this medium, happy medium, if you'd like to call it, which has given me the gift to finally sit down and make this physically tangible, make it my reality. The recording is happening, I'm sitting here, and it's authentic to me and to my inner child, who is ultimately the boss in every single situation. So The name of this podcast is called Lost and Found because it's all about how throughout our lives we start off knowing exactly who we are. It's like Cassie knew exactly who she was from a young age. And then, if you don't know the reference, this is from Euphoria. Why did that take me so long? Cassie knew who she was at a young age. And then ultimately we all knew who we were at a young age. We were creative, we were out there, or maybe we were introverted, we were shy. We were a sort of way that was authentic to ourselves. And somewhere along the way, we lost that. We lost that authenticity. We lost that inner child because maybe somebody in your class told you that it was weird. Maybe your parents told you that in order to be successful, you have to do this. Maybe a teacher told you that. Whatever you were told, you took it on and you allowed it to shape you because you wanted to survive. You thought and were told that you had to act a different way than you were because that is what was going to set you up to be more successful. That was what was going to set you up to be surrounded by people, to get the opportunities. And at the end of the day, you start losing yourself. And then you get to your 20s and your 30s and your 40s, and you start looking for that inner child, rescuing them, rescuing your most authentic self. Because ultimately, that inner child is your highest self, which is what we all start searching for, right? We are on this journey of losing ourselves and finding ourselves, forgetting to remember, or remembering to forget. It's this beautiful juxtaposition that is life. And I am also a huge juxtaposition. I have this idea that being one way means that I can't be another way. Being very talkative means that I can't be a listener, or being very loud and creative means that I also can't be quiet and introverted and an artist from within. I can't be working on myself within if I'm creating things on the outside, or whatever it may be. I am consistently juxtaposing, and I've also learned that that's okay, that many things can be true at once, and that throughout life you have to be easy on yourself and accept that the journey is this trying and failing and trying and failing. Life is mainly a series of failing, and more than failing, it's getting back up again. It's being resilient and finding yourself throughout the process. So it's okay to be a juxtaposition. It's okay to contradict yourself. It's okay to say something and then a month later take it back, a week later take it back, a day later, a minute later, a second later. You can say things, you can try it out and then change. So like this video, this podcast, like this podcast, it's about just starting and just being and not worrying so much about what other people are going to think. And how does this fit perfectly into what society has asked for us? Because society and consumerism and capitalism has actually been pushing us to not be our most creative, authentic selves, our true selves, our curious, thoughtful selves. It wants us to be in this perpetual loop of consumption, and dread, and and lack, when ultimately you have everything within you, and everything that you're looking to find that you lost is within you. And sometimes you have to work through life and you have to fall in order to get back up. The best place, I'll end this by saying that the best place to build from is rock bottom. So if you're at a place right now where you don't even know where to begin, because your inner child, your most authentic self, your joy, your will is completely stripped. It's completely fallen down the black hole that is job and gym, and not that the gym is not something creative, but just like production. And now you're in this deep, dark hole of life that is not coming from a conscious, creative place, but more a just routine over and over place. Then you are not alone. And it takes effort to be that creative, authentic person. It takes effort to connect. And it's through baby steps. It's through, for example, I have a little photo of myself when I was around 7 years old, and I have an altar in my room, and this photo of myself sits on the altar, and I look at her every single day, and I connect with her, I love her, I remind myself that I am her. She is me. So anytime that I am losing her, anytime that I'm losing myself, I'm being mean to myself, I am doubting my potential, doubting my artistic creativity, authenticity, I am reminded that I am her, and that I am here to be exactly who she has always needed, who she has always dreamt of. And that's something that came from that baby step of just placing that picture on my altar. It's truly little things, like anyway, follow along in this journey of finding your most authentic self through conversations, wisdom, anything that I've learned. My plan is to post every single week this year. And okay, actually scrap that. So if you would like to join me in this journey of finding yourself after losing yourself, then follow along. It's going to be a beautiful process of sharing the ways that I connect to my highest self, my inner child, the stories from my past, my learnings, my experiences, and eventually conversations with other people. Think other creatives, even though we are all creatives. So that's something else that I would really like to reiterate in this podcast. It's that we are all creatives. We all have that inner child. We all have that curiosity. So you are not alone. You are never alone. I love you. I'm incredibly excited about this journey. It's been a long time coming, and it's also not a long time coming. It's happening exactly when it needs to be happening, and things had to align and fall into place for it to be created. So thank you for listening, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.